What's going on, YouTube? Thanks for tuning into the channel. Welcome to Oh So Simplified, where I help simplify these YouTube streets for you. In this video, I'm getting into screw your trauma. Now, before I jump into everything, like, comment, subscribe. It will really help out your guy, because I'm trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers so I can go live, bars. But let me jump into this and where this really comes from. Because I watch a decent amount of YouTube. I've learned a lot of things from YouTube. I have dibbled and dabbled, and I've seen that healing your trauma has become this huge, big topic. Now, whether this is within relationships for women where they were abused and apparently the guy was a narcissist, and that's the reason why everything happened, because you were traumatized and your parents didn't give you attention and you didn't get a participation trophy, or in the manosphere you got to heal the trauma because you were kind of an idiot and somehow stuck with a woman that obviously didn't respect you, and then she stepped out on you and did all these things. Or even in the political realm, I am a black guy. I've heard of this generational trauma that has to be healed because all of these things that caused. And the reason why people are in bad situations is because their uncle touched them 20 years ago. Now, I'm not trying to minimize anybody's situation, but that is just one way to look at it. And to be honest, I don't look at it as like very beneficial way of looking at it. And a lot of this comes from Sigmund Freud, and it's called etiology, and it's really just focusing on the cause of things as the reason they are. Now, Freud kind of won out in the battle of the brains, and basically in the West, his frame of thought and then his peer Carl Jung are more of the prevailing general consensus type wisdom in the psychological community. So therefore, that's what we learn about. We learn about all of this trauma based, that basically because you were born into a situation or because something happened, therefore that's the reason why you are. Now, the reason I don't like this is because it takes the power completely away from you and puts the power into whatever happened in your past. And then that's why I feel like you find all this mental masturbation or maybe lubrication. I'm not trying to really get hit with the algorithms, but basically it leads you to a position of inaction. Now I'll get to the other guy, Alfred Adler. They were both in whatever that Vienna school that Freud had. They were there together, but then they had this dissenting ideas, had a clash, and basically Alfred Adler had a whole different frame of thought. I think he's an Austrian, but it just didn't get picked up and pushed in America the way that I've always heard of Freud. And his is called teleology, and it comes from the complete opposite perspective. It says the reason why something happened is because it's serving a purpose now. And he makes a general assertion, which I don't have to get too much deeper, that all of your problems are in a relationship, interpersonal relationship problems. But basically, if we gave an example of, we gave an example of somebody that, had a woman. This is very typical kind of Oprah Lifetime movie type of situation. A woman has just gotten out of a relationship, and she was let's say emotionally kind of berated. We'll use that word because I don't think there's any tags on it. So she was emotionally berated, and then in the future she doesn't want to date again. Now, the Freudian idea, the etiology view would be, it's because she's traumatized and needs to heal her trauma before she can meet somebody else. And the teleology view would say she's manufacturing that memory and the memory of the emotional beration, even though she probably has had tons of other situations or observed other situations where that wasn't the case. She's manufacturing that so that she does not have to join in an interpersonal relationship with somebody else, that it's actually serving that purpose. It's not that it's because of what happened. It's because she's scared now, and that's a way of stopping. And then whenever you make all these reasons, nobody can really tell you anything. Like, if you say that's what it is, like, that's what it is. It's like, okay, dude, you can't do anything. I get it. Like, what are you gonna say? And then it kind of has an exception. And there's a lot deeper pieces to the philosophy. Is just, that's kind of a little bit of a taste. But what I like about this is that it puts the onus back on you. It puts the onus back on you. So instead of, focusing on your environment, all these things that you can't control that happen to now, it says you can decide your lifestyle. You can decide, and all you need to do is have courage to just take the step in the path that you need to go, what you're trying to do, or whatever, whatever you're being held back from. That is the way to solve the problem. Not focus on all the things that happened in the past. Focus on what purpose you acting like that now is serving now. Maybe it's more comfortable for you to be in your situation. Because I hear this in the manosphere things all the time. Everybody's always talking, oh, I can't get no girls because I don't have looks, money, and status, or, in the money realms, I can't, Amazon, Bezos, he needs to give me money because, I can't make all that because I'm working minimum wage. Why you working minimum wage, dude? You know what I mean? Why you working minimum wage? Why are you sitting on YouTube, complaining about what women and female nature is doing, and you're not really even talking to any, women? So what are you even talking about? And I think a lot of people want to focus on these causes, these traumas, these things that happen to them, like they're broken, and something miraculously is going to come down and fix it. The truth is, and this is just my perspective, and a lot of it comes from this, and before I go deeper, the book, it's called The Courage of Being Disliked by Ichiro Kashimi and Fuditake Koga or something like that. Fudikake Koga, something like that. But it's called The Courage of Being Disliked is the first one. But why I view this as better is it just puts you in a more superior situation, that you can always choose your lifestyle. You can always make a decision if this is the way you want to continue living. And nobody in the past can do anything about that. And you decide that every single second and every single day in the present moment. So basically that's really it. Buck your trauma. And I'm trying to, keep it clean for the YouTube algorithms. I'm trying to grow. But I think it's something that needs to be pushed out there, because all I ever hear is people crying about their victimization, and also how they need some extra time to heal some stuff that cannot be fixed. Like, bro, you just gotta decide that I'm gonna start living my life like this from now on, and make that step. And even if you take a step back, you got to keep going. And it's strong medicine, but there is no excuse. There's nothing wrong with you. That's all manufactured stuff that's making you 1x and not 10x. And you need to just decide what you need to do, and then make that decision. Like, nobody can do it for you. No therapist. Not saying you shouldn't get help if you need help, or talk to somebody if you need to talk to somebody. I'm just saying that I don't think that the issue generally is what happened to you in the past. It's really about what you're doing about it now. That's really it for this one. If you like the content, like, comment, subscribe. Mess with the vibe. Welcome to the tribe. And until next time, you know what it is. Peace.